This is NVDA on the 5-minute time frame. Here are your price targets for Monday. We ended the week at $121.40, down 2.13%. To the north side from where we are takes us back to the middle of the trend and the baseline, and that is roughly 122.46. Above that, at 2 standard deviations and a potential take profit area, 126.66. 128.69, and roughly 130.81. To the south side, VWAP in blue is 121.03. Below that, at another level of support, 118.33, 116.25, 114.21. This gap to the downside takes us to roughly 114. This gap is still in play. Looking left, this gap is no longer in play. It touched on Thursday, September 12th. It opened up on Tuesday, September 3rd. So congrats if you made some money off of that one. So we gapped down, and then I anticipated to fill on the way up, and it did. So that's no longer in play. And this one is no longer in play as well. That took us up to 125.45. We are at resistance, and I anticipate always a sell-off at resistance. As people take their profits and they run, they lock in and they leave. Yes, we could then go down to support for a bounce up and then another leg up. But the 1-year price target is now 149.49, which represents a 23% return from where we are. So it looks like all we did is try to retrace this area. So we could make it up to this area, it lines up with the previous support, resistance, and then a sell-off. So we've got some more room to grind up before we complete this retracement. Now, let's just go to the daily for giggles and show you what is happening. As you can see, I've marked this out many, many, many times. And we are at, again, 121.40. So right here to the north side takes us to roughly 128.74. And then to the south side, fingers crossed we don't get back to this area, 107.58, and that will wipe out that gap at 114. And then we've got this gap to 85.96, don't hold your breath, and then 67.75. We are in an upward channel on the daily for NVIDIA. The next one I want to go over is a trade that I got stopped out of. First, I'm going to give you price targets for Bristol Myers Squibb. So the next target to the upside from where we are takes us to 53.68, but note the downward channel we are in. And then this gap takes us down to 45.35-ish. And the next support line, though, is at 49.87-ish. Okay, I do have some here at 42.10. I've sold out at my position that I bought in for 48.94. And I sold some more here and then just recently here. But I did that one on purpose to get out of a position because I bought in too high. And at the time, the calculations, I had just made a target to sell out at 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviations above from where I was. And then we hit it, and then it went just a little bit higher still. So first, let's give you some price targets. So we're at 50.91. So to the north side takes us to 52.20, 52.81, and roughly 53.41. And you can see that we are still sort of in an upward channel, not very steep. It's kind of going sideways. And then on the daily, we're already going down. So keep that in mind. You're going to get different buy and sell signals depending upon what time frame you're looking at. 49.75, 49.14, and roughly 48.53. So basically, oh, I have to go to a bigger time frame because it won't let me pull it left. So I bought in previously at this level. Oh no, that's my sell. And then the buy here. Okay. This is the latest line, not that one. Looked at the wrong thing. So I bought in at 51.50 and I set it for the standard deviation above where I bought in just to get out. So it triggered and I got out at 0.68%. Basically, I just wanted my money back because there is a gap right here to here. I know it's hard to see, but there is a gap right there. Oops. Right there to about right there. So this is going to take me down to roughly 50.18. I will mark that out. Turn that to red. So because I bought in at 51.50 and I see this gap at 50.18, I wanted also out as soon as possible. So now my target for the next buy-in will be this area. And notice how we sold off at 3 standard deviations. Anytime we hit this outlier, this one or that one, I anticipate a sell-off, and that's what happened. So I am done with that position. I've sold out of this one as well. Way a long time ago. But I still have this position right here. So the 1-year price target, sometimes I wish I hadn't gotten out of it, but I was trying to preserve my capital. So the next target is 51.96. Well, that doesn't make sense. We've already hit it. So this needs to be updated. The next target will be 75 bucks. I'm not in it for that long of a haul. This was just a swing trade, a shorter swing trade, which turned into a longer one because this thing's whipped me around all over the place. But from here to this, well, let's move it over here. From here to here is roughly a 26% if I could sell it at 53. So I'm just going to wait for the next, maybe at 55 or something, and then go ahead and I will set my stop, my sell limit. I don't know, maybe on the 1 hour. Where are we? So on the 1 hour, we're looking at 53.46. No, I think I like it up here better, somewhere along here. So I've got to figure out, that way I can just close out my position and focus on some of the tickers that I already have and get rid of some of my other ones. And then the next one I want to show you very quickly is DIDY again. I got stopped out of this one. The last trade I made, I sold out on the 26th for a 10% return, but I want to give you the price targets. See, oh no, the high part was right about there. Oh no, so that wick took us even a little bit higher, 482. But anyway, okay, so we ended the day at 479. 495, 503, and 511 to the north side. To the south side takes us to 465, 457, and 449 are your targets. This ticker is very dangerous to trade. It will whip you all over the place, and then when you think you're done, it'll slap you back down again. So just be very careful, set your stop loss and your sell limits, and get out. All right, that is a look at NVIDIA, BMY, and DIDIY. Have a great trading day.